Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday night. This is Cryptids and Conspiracies. Without much ado, let me bring on evidently my one and only co-host tonight. But he's the co-host with the mo-host.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap!
Welcome to the show, Krill.
Hello, good evening. How's everyone doing?
Oh, I'm having a little bit of deja vu.
What am I saying? Everyone? There's just you and me.
Yeah.
All
we've
of
done
us.
this before. We've been here before. Yeah, we have.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, this was suggested by somebody who's not here. So
I haven't got my glasses to do the look. Oh, yes, that look.
Yep.
I should have taken them.
So we are required by our show rules to slag them off as much as possible.
That means take the piss for anyone not familiar with that.
Slag off, take the piss.
Slag, take the piss. That's what it means.
Denigrate if you want to, like, a big expensive word, but we're gonna have fun.
Oh, yes.
Taking a crap on them, the whole show. So. Anyway, if you're not here to defend yourself, anyway. Too bad. Anyway, so we got Chandra Cunningham. Yes.
Hello there.
And hi. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. You might
Just
be our only...
Before we begin, there was, I don't know if it was just on my end of things, but when I was trying to view some of the videos that were in the links, they didn't work. The video didn't show. It just came up not available. So I don't know if that's just the wonderful Online Safety Act of 2023 in the United Kingdom.
It might be. Because I've gone down a whole list and all of them popped up for me.
Okay.
So
right. Okay. That's probably what it is then.
I happen to live in the freer country.
Oh wow! Yes, I've heard. I you know what? I've heard of freedom. I don't know what it's like though.
Yep. We kind of hopped on some ships so we could have that a few.
Yes.
About 250 years ago. Anyway.
Yes, we let you go, and now we're jealous of you.
There you go. Yeah. Anyway, we are talking about a lot of shenanigans tonight in this supposedly free government. So, it might not be all sunshine and roses. So we'll talk about it. Okay. But anyway, let me point this out. We do have a poll, and the way this works is here we go. All right, the way this works is you vote by putting a number in the chat, 1, 2, or 3. Debunked means that fluoride is not a CIA conspiracy. Confirmed means yes, it is a conspiracy. In the middle means that there's possibility it could be, a possibility it's not. We just haven't proven it conclusively. And so
and preferably you wait till the end of the video to do this.
Yeah.
There's been a few shows that we've already made up our minds.
Unless your Time Prophet comes in with already decided.
But there's been a few. There's been a few shows that we've done where we were kind of like, yep, our decisions made up before we even begin.
Yep. Yeah, it's usually a sign that he's in the chat somewhere. So evidently he's a higher being who already knows everything, and so IE doesn't have to be convinced one way or another. So anyway.
Apparently so.
But anyway, hopefully we don't have that many higher beings. If you're not a higher being who knows everything already, then these are your options. So
I'll see if I can get high on fluoride. There you go.
There you go. Anyway, so what is indeed fluoride? Why was it added to the water initially? And so let me play a little video on that. Here we go.
It started with a young dentist from the East Coast, Frederick McKay, goes out to Colorado Springs and notices something that he'd never seen before, which is a good chunk of the population had brown stains on their teeth. The people in Colorado Springs said they were used to it, so they thought nothing of it anymore. But he decided to try to find out what was causing this discoloration of teeth, something that became known as Colorado brown stain. It was 30 years later and a lot of investigating before it was determined that it was actually fluoride in the water that led to the brown staining. Interestingly enough, though, along with the brown staining was no tooth decay. Tooth decay, which was very common, everyone had it severely. People with fluoride in the water didn't have tooth decay. So that led further investigators to start looking at, well, is there a balance of fluoride in the water that can prevent tooth decay but not cause that brown staining? So investigators started going around the country because fluoride naturally occurs in water. Most groundwater has some level of fluoride in it. Most has very low levels of fluoride, but some, like Colorado Springs, had very high levels. So in a series of studies over the course of the next 20 years, they determined it was about 1 part per million, a very small amount of fluoride that prevented tooth decay and had a very small percentage of kids still had a very light discoloration of their teeth. Instead of brown, it was very faint white, and this was called dental fluorosis. So the balance was made, and in 1945 they started an experiment. They paired cities. One city they started adding fluoride in the water. Grand Rapids, Michigan was the first, paired with a city that had no fluoride in the water. It was so successful after 5 years that about a 60 to 65% reduction in tooth decay in children, that basically they stopped the experiment and other cities just started adding fluoride to their community water supplies.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
There
I mean,
you go.
I keep thinking, wait a minute, isn't that going to piss off the dentists?
Well, there you go.
Don't put it in the water. We need to do work on the teeth and make money.
Well, the American Dental Society is one of the first people to encourage it. So
Well,
they were quite on board with it, I guess. But it is what it is. I
guess
don't
so.
know.
Yeah.
I guess they make more money from instead of preventing cavities, they make more money from crowns and root canals and things like that.
Oh my goodness, yeah, they're expensive.
So if you have healthy teeth, then you're going to want to maintain them, and
I'm
that
sorry.
means more money for the dentist.
I'm sorry.
ultimately.
What are teeth? What are these teeth you speak of? One needs to have teeth.
Yeah, I'm not doing 100%.
Yeah, my teeth are shit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, might be better than mine. Might be better than mine. But anyway, for all the fluoride in my water, it's done me no good. So,
well,
anyway.
seemingly we don't have any up here unless it's. I guess it's just natural. It must be natural because, like I said before we came on, when I had a wee look, it's just down in England certainly gets some fluoride added, but up here apparently not. So, and as I said, there's a water treatment plant just out the west road a little bit.
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, ironically, I have a water treatment plant about half a mile that way.
Okay.
So, yep. I did a tour when I was a kid.
I've been to it. Yeah, I think we had a tour of it when I was at school at one point. Yeah.
Now I live like a few blocks away. So, there you go. Funny how things happen.
Yeah.
But here we are. So the premise is, what is this like something that's for the public health good, or is there something sinister behind it?
Well, what was it? Was it not like the World Health Organization signed off on it? And I'm like, really?
Well, they said that 4 parts per million is like the cutoff point.
Right.
them.
Okay.
It's like way too much for them.
Hey, Willie, what do you think happens if we put a little more in? Let's find out.
Well, but right now there's a political football. It's become a political football because RFK Jr. Wants it taken out of the water supply, and so because he wants it taken out of the water supply, suddenly everybody's coming out of the woodwork and saying, "Oh my God, fluoride's the best thing that's ever happened to mankind." You know, don't you dare.
Some countries have stopped it altogether. I do believe over in Europe, some of them have stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Japan has, Germany
Yes,
has, or something like that.
Japan's a very healthy country, apparently, according to one of those videos.
Well, I mean, except for their current infestation of a certain group of people.
Yes.
That is burning down their temples currently. As they do.
Yes.
But anyway, not going to talk about them.
That's a topic for another time.
That's a topic for another time. So, so the question is, it was fluoride added to the water for devious purposes or something like that. There's several like theories having to do that. This is the best balanced. This particular video is the best balanced that I found in all my research. Answers just about every question we've got, so I'm going to let this guy kind of fill us in here.
I bet you'd be pretty upset if I told you that there's something in our water supply that's been linked to thyroid disorders, lower IQ in children, and may even be contributing to your present fatigue, anxiety, and sleep problems. You might think that I'm a conspiracy theorist, but there's actually some really concerning science-backed data emerging about fluoride, which is the chemical added to most drinking water in the United States. And this really matters to me personally because I treat mental health disorders. I have young children that would be drinking this water. My name's Dr. Cody Rawl. I'm a U.S. Navy trained board certified psychiatrist, and I specialize in neurotechnology and brain performance. In this video, we're going to look past the conspiracy theory level noise and focus on the real measurable effects fluoride might be having on your brain. And we'll address the question why, for many of us, the risks of fluoride may outweigh any potential benefits.
My blood pressure goes up a little bit when people say, oh, you know, you're anti-fluoride. I'm not anti-fluoride, but I just don't get the logic. It doesn't make sense.
You're thinking critically about it.
Now, fluoride was originally added to the public drinking water in the United States in the 1940s and 50s after early research showed that it could help reduce the occurrence of cavities, especially in children. Back then, dental hygiene and access to dental care was limited, and adding fluoride to the public water system seemed like a public health win. The practice expanded in the 1960s, and today over 70% of Americans drink fluoridated water. But here's one problem. A lot of those original studies were based on topical application of fluoride to the teeth, like through toothpaste, and not through systemic ingestion of the water. The theory is that if the fluoride's in the water, it's going to touch your teeth and protect it against cavities. But a lot of people right now are becoming more and more skeptical if that's actually having any positive effect. And in the decades since, we've learned that fluoride can actually accumulate in your body, it can accumulate in your bones, it can affect hormone levels, and even disrupt brain function, especially in young developing brains. Which all brings us to one of the most concerning findings in recent years. A 2019 study published in the Journal of American Medical Association Pediatrics, a top-tier peer-reviewed medical journal, found that higher fluoride levels in the urine of pregnant women was linked to lower IQ scores in their children. And it wasn't just a small difference, it was 4 to 5 points, which is a cognitive impact comparable to lead exposure, which is a known neurotoxin. And it certainly wasn't fringe science, it was a prospective study that followed hundreds of mother-child pairs, measuring fluoride levels during pregnancy and then tracking the children's development over time. So this is where things go from questionable questionable to deeply concerning, because once you understand how fluoride can actually interfere with brain development through thyroid disruption and other effects, the risks start to add up quickly. So one of the main reasons fluoride may be impacting fetal brain development is its interaction with thyroid hormone. Fluoride competes with iodine, which is a critical building block for thyroid hormones like T3 and T4. These hormones are absolutely essential during pregnancy. They guide everything from neuronal migration and synapse formation to the myelination and cortical development of the fetal brain. In other words, if the thyroid hormone is disrupted even slightly, this can really affect brain development. And that's potentially what we're seeing in these new studies. It may be subtle, but they are definitely significant cognitive impairments in children that were exposed to higher levels of fluoride in the womb. But this goes even further, because fluoride might not just be affecting kids, the thyroid disruption might be affecting you right now. If you're dealing with low energy, brain fog, lack of motivation, mood dips, or difficulty focusing, the fluoride might be trending you towards hypothyroidism, which is a low amount of thyroid hormone and can potentially cause all these symptoms. And it is a fact that over the last couple of decades, hypothyroidism rates have increased in the US by at least 10% according to data from the CDC. So the question becomes, if fluoride can subtly suppress thyroid function and you've been exposed to it every day through tap water, how much of your energy and mental clarity is being drained without you even realizing it? And it doesn't even stop at thyroid hormone. Animal studies have shown that fluoride actually disrupts your brain's chemical balance directly, especially in the ratio of glutamate to GABA neurotransmitters. Glutamate is your brain's main excitatory neurotransmitter. It stimulates your neurons and keeps your mind alert and engaged. In contrast, GABA is the brake pedal. It's the primary neurotransmitter that will calm you, and it helps with focus, relaxation, and emotional regulation. Now, fluoride has been shown in animal models to increase glutamate activity and decrease GABA signaling, which can create an overexcited nervous system. This kind of imbalance can manifest as increased anxiety, restlessness, poor sleep quality, difficulty concentration, and even irritability or mood swings. And on top of that, fluoride exposure has been linked to increased oxidative stress in the brain, meaning more free radical damage to your neurons and increased rate of aging. That's the same kind of cellular stress that contributes to aging, cognitive decline, and even neurodegenerative diseases over time. So whether it's interfering with your thyroid, altering your brain's neurotransmitter balance, or subtly accelerating neuronal wear and tear, the question becomes, why are we still putting this in our water?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the mother of all questions, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll finish. We'll finish that up just a little bit. But so what strikes you? What strikes you so far? Everything he said.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
before I continue, I can tell you that due to a recent blood test, my thyroid is fine.
I have hypothyroidism, so I'm not.
What was striking me is the epidemic
Mm-hmm.
that we are now facing with scores and scores of people with mental health issues.
Yep.
Brain
Yep.
development, hyperthyroid issues that can make people loopy.
Right.
And of course, you're saying about the IQs, and I'm thinking to myself, well, the stupidity of stupid people is getting rather dangerous, and the powers that be kind of like having people thick as shit. So,
right.
If there's anything to this, then this fluoride business is a good way to get things going.
Well, a couple things that all the research I've done so far is that the people who are pro fluoride, they all seem to be on the same political side, and it seems to be some kind of political. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they all seem that the arguments are that fluoride keeps the underprivileged people who can't go to dentist keeps their teeth healthier. And so, i.e., you take it out of the water supply, then
Yeah.
then you're damaging the underprivileged or the
You know, it's
marginalized. So
it's always a possibility that the benefits, of course, to one's teeth are
yeah,
100% genuine, but
right.
it just transpires that there's so many of these negative things that it's just a case of, well, this works in our favor, so we'll just keep putting it in.
Well, it's that cherry picking thing that they're always engaged in. Uh, if they want something to be negative, they find the one exception and make that the rule. They take this one person's tragedy that befell them and make sweeping changes that destroy entire apparatuses and entire segments of society because
Right,
this one person had a bad day. Uh,
right.
Fill in the blank, who that might be. But the thing they do it the other way when they want something to be prove a positive is they will take the one benefit that this thing gives, or possibly maybe it isn't succeeding in benefiting this way, but the potentiality of this benefiting, no matter what group of people or how big the broad demographic, they're going to take it and they're going to take that one possible benefit to
Yeah.
that one group of people, and they will absolutely enshrine something and then make it something that you can't even talk about.
No.
Um,
No.
and that includes putting a chemical into our water. Okay.
Hmm.
And another thing that also happens a lot, and is that short-term benefits are pushed over long-term results,
Yeah.
and long-term viability.
Yeah.
Such, could be a vaccine maybe or something like that.
Well, they were
Um,
thinking about sticking that into food and things, weren't they? They were thinking about
yeah.
putting that into food and know that they'll shove it in water and stuff as well,
Well,
presumably.
I mean,
No.
the argument was, okay, this is brand new technology that's going into
Yeah.
these shots, and we don't know what the long term effects are going to be.
Yeah.
And what's their solution? Mandate it.
Yeah. Exactly. I
And
mean,
so,
it's entirely possible. It was the same with the fluoride. No long term
right,
thoughts. And of course, back in the day, of course, scientific technology wasn't the way it is today, so they couldn't test that far ahead,
right.
perhaps. So,
Well, the thing that if you look at a lot of these things, all of these decisions that were made, and you will find very few like long-term studies. They basically did what's called a double blind. In other words, they took these two cities, one not without fluoride, and then the
mhm.
other city that they shoved full of fluoride, and then they didn't look at long-term effects. They look at immediate results,
Right.
and the data could be skewed any way they wanted it to be skewed.
Hmm.
Uh, because there's no way that they had any kind of significant results in 5 years enough to
Right.
make a determination
No.
by their own metrics.
Well, I mean, if we are to believe that the fluoride can affect your bones and skeletal structure, that's not just going to snap its fingers
No,
and appear. It's going to
no,
gradually
no.
build up over perhaps a decade or so. You're just never sure. You're never
Well,
sure with these things.
yeah, I mean, it's like the gentleman who was looking at the brown teeth, and then
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, well, these people have less cavities, so whatever's causing the discoloration is the substance that we need to figure out what this is."
Yeah.
And so he evidently had a chemistry set and determined that the substance was fluoride.
Hmm.
Okay, now, and so he made the hypothesis that, okay, fluoride basically gives you healthier teeth.
Right.
And so he did experiments on people in Colorado Springs, and got the data set that he wanted, and then he published his results. And next thing you know, they're like rolling it out in Grand Rapids, Michigan, without people's knowledge or participation. And then looking at the data set 5 years later, and then making a gigantic public change, shoving a substance into everybody's, ingestion.
Yeah.
After just 5 years of data.
Well, it's not only that as well. When you sit and think about it, I mean, that was a very long time ago, and you just don't know what the chemical processes that they've been using on this stuff have changed, and whether it's altered it somewhat. You're just not sure.
Yeah.
Which again could lead into more detrimental effects.
Well, the thing about it is, though, is if this substance was like causing people's teeth to be better or better alterated, or alterations or whatever to people's enamel or tooth enamel, then why not topically apply it? Why did they want to ingest it?
Yes, exactly. I mean, bloody fly. That's true. I mean, if you've got it on your toothpaste and whatnot, I mean, that's topically, I suppose, as close to.
Well,
that.
I mean,
if I, I suffer from eczema, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat the cream.
No, you're not.
It goes on my wrist. See that goes on my wrist.
Yeah.
I'm not licking it off.
Right. Well, see, I mean, the scientific, like the studies that I was looking at, it's the same. Like, if somebody has like a wound, it's basically like, okay, well, let's treat it by giving them aspirin.
Right.
Well, okay. Why not go directly to the wound, apply whatever you have to treat the wound, and yet
that's it. I mean, that's a blood thinner, isn't it? It's essentially.
Yeah. Right. But it's like when my friend Drunk Craig was in the hospital for blood clots. They started him on something called heparin, which is universally known. It's been used for decades.
I've heard of
to
it.
Dissolve blood clots, and it's gone intravenously.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so they started him on that. I mean, he woke me up screaming from pain. Rushed him to the hospital. They determined their blood clots, and probably from the infusion he'd had a few weeks earlier. But then suddenly an internal medicine doctor comes in and decides, there's this brand new drug on the market that we're going to take you off the tried and true drug that's going into the bloodstream and directly attacking the blood clots. And we're going to give you this analgesic pill that's going to have to go through your whole entire system and then get to the blood clot. And instead of going directly to your blood and going directly to the blood clot, we're going to go through your system, go through your liver, go through your whole entire ingestion, and then go to the blood clot.
What could possibly go wrong?
When he died, his autopsy said he still had blood clots.
Right.
Like less than 2 months later.
That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, regular medication can screw up your liver and kidneys on a good day.
Right.
So
so the whole idea of ingesting a substance to affect something topically, it just doesn't make a lot of sense unless you already have some sort of other agenda.
I know. I mean, like I said before, I have creams I can put on my wrists, and I like, occasionally having cream in my coffee, but I'm not going to stick that stuff in it.
Yeah, it's a different kind of cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The one's for consumption, one's for application. So yeah.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. Anyway. Yeah, don't eat your eczema cream, okay? Don't
No.
just don't do it.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
tastes so good.
Even if it smells good, don't lick it. All right. So not recommended. Not recommended.
No.
Especially since most topical creams have stuff like lead in them somewhere.
Yeah,
you know,
well, that's it.
or
And paraffin and all that kind of stuff as well. Yeah.
Right. Things that you really don't want to ingest. But anyway.
And yet, but we're
so there you
eating tons. We're eating and drinking tons of shit all the time anyway.
All right, let's get the rest of this this video here. All right, here we go.
Especially when we know that fluoride works much better when it's applied through toothpaste instead of actually ingesting it through the water. And fluoride might not just interfere with your thyroid or brain chemistry, it also accumulates in your bones by replacing a key mineral called hydroxyapatite. Hydroxyapatite is one of the key mineral structures that makes up your teeth and bones, and it's also found in one of the most intriguing areas of the brain, the pineal gland. The pineal gland is located outside of the brain-blood barrier, meaning that it's even more vulnerable to exposure from environmental toxins, and it just so happens to be rich in hydroxyapatite crystals, which theoretically makes it really vulnerable for fluoride accumulation. Now, a degree of calcification of the pineal gland is normal as we age, but the question is, how much is fluoride exposure speeding this up? Now, this is where things get a little murky, because this is why I avoided talking about fluoride in the past for a while. There's a whole internet culture that claims that fluoride calcifies your pineal gland and blocks what they call your third eye, which prevents you from manifesting your potential through law of attraction principles or achieving spiritual ascension through meditation. Now, the problem is that all those spiritual concepts are really hard to prove scientifically, and as a physician and neurotechnologist, I wasn't going to build an argument against fluoride based on an argument that was speculative. But now with these study results, we're seeing real world data. There are peer-reviewed studies showing lower IQ, thyroid suppression, anxiety, and neurological stress associated with fluoride in our water. And these effects are measurable. We need more studies to see that they're repeatable, but prospective studies like that children IQ score have a lot of weight behind them. So I've definitely changed my stance against fluoride with that constant exposure to it in our water. I just don't think that it's good for you. I don't think that it's doing any benefit to your teeth, especially if you're not eating sugar all the time and you generally go to the dentist and get checkups and take care of your teeth. And now with additional concerns that I have about microplastics in the water, which I'll make another video about, I've made the decision to install a reverse osmosis filtration system in my home. And I think that if you're someone dealing with low energy, poor sleep, or brain fog, this might be something that you want to do for yourself as well. I think it's worth pointing out that most other countries have not put fluoride in their water. Now, I still think that fluoride applied through toothpaste can still be beneficial if it's applied topically and not swallowed. But I probably will cut fluoride out of my toothpaste as well, to be honest, because I just don't see the benefits outweighing the risk. So definitely install a reverse osmosis filter in your home if you can. And maybe the biggest takeaway from this video is if you are a woman who is getting pregnant or know someone that is, make sure that they're taking their prenatal vitamins and that the prenatal formulation has iodine in it. The iodine will protect them from any thyroid disorders that will affect the fetus. And if you yourself have been feeling worn out and a lot of fatigue, make sure to check your thyroid levels with your doctor. Make sure iodine is in your supplement stack. And be sure to follow a healthy diet and exercise regimen. If you want to learn more about science-backed...
Alrighty.
I have heard about the effects of the pineal gland before with with fluoride, and I also believe blue light. You know, the blue light in screens is supposedly affects that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, blue light pollution is a big problem.
Yeah, I've got a night light thing on at the minute, so it dims that a little bit on the laptop here.
Okay.
So
right. Well, so there's another program. Okay, the decision made to put fluoride into the actual water system happened in 1951. Well, so something else that was happening around 1951, and that we've been declassified, that the experiments in mind control had already started around 1951. Yeah, and that was being conducted by the CIA. I did have another cutesy video on that, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find. I went back. I couldn't find it later. Maybe I could probably look it up while we're talking here, but would you want to see it? The
What's
one with
that?
the sock puppets.
I'm not, if you want, it's up to yourself. This is your show, old chap.
Okay.
I just turn up for these things.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Hello, whoever's out there. But no, I've heard about that pineal gland thing before. I don't know how much truth there is to it. I think it's around about here somewhere.
Yeah, it's located in the middle of your head.
Yeah. You're supposed to be able to, activate it or something by rubbing it or pointing at it or something. I don't know. Don't know how true that is.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Just between, I tried it once, nothing happened. I haven't reached enlightenment. I'm still as thick as shit. So, yeah. So I did actually try that once, just for shits and giggles. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have found it. So.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. Right. I went for the sock angle when I found it. So there we go. All right. Sock talk. Here we go.
Welcome to Sock Talk,
where the government's darkest experiments hide in plain sight. Alex, what if I told you the CIA was running brothels in San Francisco, drugging people with LSD just to watch what happened?
I'd say that sounds like someone's been watching too many movies.
And that the fluoride in your tap water, industrial waste they convinced the world was good for your teeth?
Okay, Riley, let's see what you've got.
Operation Midnight Climax. That's the real name, Alex. The CIA set up actual safe houses in San Francisco in the 1950s and 60s. They hired sex workers, gave them government salaries, and turned them into unwitting drug dealers.
Okay, but that could just be some rogue agents going off script. The CIA wasn't exactly known for...
No. This was official. They had budgets, paperwork, supervisors. The sex workers would slip LSD into their clients' drinks without telling them. Then CIA agents would sit behind one-way mirrors with notebooks just watching.
Look, even if this happened, maybe it was just a few incidents. Government programs get exaggerated all the time when people dig up old documents.
Alex, they ran this for 8 years. 8 years of systematic drugging. Agent George White's apartment alone, they dosed hundreds of people there.
Hundreds?
And it wasn't just San Francisco. They had operations in New York too. Multiple cities, multiple safe houses, all feeding data back to Langley.
Wait, you're telling me the government was... what, taking notes on people having sex while high?
While they were completely losing their minds on acid they didn't know they'd taken. Imagine thinking you're just having a normal night and suddenly reality starts melting.
That's actually
a normal night. What kind
of
normal night is that?
What was the point?
Mind control, Alex. They wanted to see if LSD could make people more compliant, more suggestible. They thought maybe they could use it on enemy agents or foreign leaders.
Hold on. You're saying they tested mind control drugs on random civilians?
Not random. Strategic. They picked people who couldn't complain. Sex workers and their clients. Who's going to report that to the police? Officer, I was visiting a prostitute and someone drugged me.
That's actually clever in the most twisted way possible.
And get this, one of the safe houses was decorated like a normal apartment, but the other one, they made it look like a bordello from the 1890s. Red velvet, dim lighting, the whole thing. Like they were creating some kind of fever dream on purpose.
As you do.
Why would the decoration matter if they're just studying drug effects?
Because environment shapes the trip, Alex. They weren't just testing the drug, they were testing psychological manipulation. How much could they control someone's entire reality?
I need a minute. This actually happened? Like, documented?
Declassified documents, testimony from the agents who ran it. One guy, George White, he kept detailed journals, called the subjects unwitting in his notes.
Jesus. How long did this go on?
Years, Alex, years. Speaking of chemicals that convinced us were good for us, let's talk about what's in your tap water right now.
Oh God, we're doing fluoride now? Riley, fluoride prevents tooth decay. That's just science.
That's what they want you to think. But here's what they don't tell you. Fluoride started as industrial waste from aluminum production. Alcoa and other companies were literally poisoning rivers with this stuff in the 1940s.
Okay, but that doesn't mean...
They were getting sued left and right, farmers, workers getting sick, environmental disasters. Then suddenly, magically, some studies come out saying fluoride is good for teeth. Problem solved. Instead of paying for cleanup, they could sell their waste to water companies.
Come on. You're telling me every dentist in the world is part of some conspiracy to hide what exactly?
Not every dentist, Alex. Most of them genuinely believe it works. But look at the original studies. They were funded by companies that needed to get rid of fluoride waste. The Atomic Energy Commission, the aluminum industry.
Right. So big aluminum convinced the entire medical establishment to poison us. That seems totally plausible and not at all like connecting dots that aren't there.
Grand Rapids, Michigan, 1945, the very first fluoridation trial. Guess who funded the research? The same companies getting sued for fluoride contamination.
That's convenient timing.
And you know what's crazy? The Nazis actually experimented with fluoride in concentration camps. Mass medication to keep people docile.
Now you're just...
I'm just saying the idea of putting chemicals in water supplies for population control isn't exactly new, Alex.
The Atomic Energy Commission?
They needed fluoride for uranium enrichment, but workers kept getting sick, so they funded studies to prove fluoride was safe. Same chemical, different story.
Actually, that would be really convenient for them.
And here's the kicker. Countries that stopped fluoridating their water, their tooth decay rates didn't go up. Some went down.
What? No, that can't be right.
Germany, Netherlands, most of Europe. They looked at the actual data and said, nope. Meanwhile, we're putting it in the water of 70 countries and calling it public health.
So you're saying we're all drinking industrial waste because some companies needed to get rid of it cheaply?
And it gets worse, Alex. Fluoride accumulates in your pineal gland, the part of your brain that regulates sleep, mood, critical thinking.
Oh, come on.
Think about it. They drugged people without consent to study mind control. They put chemicals in the water supply that affect brain function, pattern recognition. Alex.
That's actually terrifying when you put it like that.
Operation Midnight Climax wasn't alone, Alex. It was part of MK Ultra, hundreds of experiments on unwitting subjects, hospitals, prisons, universities.
How many people are we talking about?
Thousands, maybe tens of thousands. And those are just the ones we know about because some documents survived.
Some documents survived?
CIA Director Richard Helms ordered most MK Ultra files destroyed in 1973. Just gone. Everything we know came from a few boxes they missed.
But destroying old files is normal bureaucracy, Riley. Agencies clean house all the time when programs end.
Normal bureaucracy doesn't involve congressional testimony about mind control experiments, Alex. When the Church Committee investigated in 1975, even they were shocked by what little evidence remained.
The Church Committee found evidence?
Enough to hold hearings? Enough to confirm that American citizens were used as test subjects without their knowledge or consent.
So there could be more. Programs we don't even know about.
Alex, if they were running brothels and drugging people in the 1960s, what do you think they're doing now? With better drugs, better technology?
I don't want to think about that.
And the fluoride thing, it's not about teeth, Alex. It's about compliance, about making populations just docile enough not to ask too many questions.
Okay, I'm a little worried now. If Operation Midnight Climax really happened, and they really did destroy most of the evidence...
What else don't we know?
What else don't we know?
Every time you turn on that tap, every time you trust that your government wouldn't hurt you, remember the safe houses. Remember the one-way mirrors.
They did it before. They documented it. They destroyed the evidence.
If this kept you up tonight, good. It should. You know where to find us.
There's a connection.
Hello, sir. Would you like a glass of toxic waste? I mean, water. I was thinking about that one all the way through that video.
Yeah. So that is documented that they did indeed put fluoride in the water at the not concentration camps, yeah, but or prisoner of war camps, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Hogan's Heroes, Um, and so to make them more docile, they did dose them with fluoride, and so that we know that information would have been available to our government, because a lot of the NASA scientists came from Germany, and so
That's true.
they
That's right.
picked
Yeah.
and so a lot of that Nazi information is evidently something that America has, seized a lot of. So
Yeah, it all goes back to Operation Paperclip.
yep. And so what happens? 1945. They take this one doctor's like assertion that that this fluoride improves teeth in Colorado Springs, and then they go directly to dosing a population. And 5 years later, into World War II, suddenly they're like, "Oh, we're putting it in the water."
Yeah.
Because of this data set that we collected after 5 years on a population that wasn't aware of it.
Yeah.
And so
Wait a minute. Did the clients at the brothel at least get laid?
I guess they did, but
They maybe just don't remember.
I hope they had good trips, because
it was out of this world.
I hope they had good trips, because I would hate to have gone to a brothel and got with a chick and had a bad trip.
Well, I was engaged once. I keep bringing that up.
So you did have a bad trip.
Definitely a bad trip.
Okay, there you go. Oh well. All right. So I mean, it seems at first it seems like these are two totally totally unrelated topics, but the more you look into it, the more it does seem plausible that because the science just doesn't line up that it's that they put it into the water supply to prevent bone loss and tooth decay.
No.
I mean, it just isn't enough data. The data wasn't there to make that assumption. And plus, you can put it in toothpaste, you can put it in mouthwashes.
Yep.
And get if you want to, if that's the thing you're going for.
Yeah.
So why were they insistent that people ingest it?
Let's see what happens, I guess. I mean, that's probably the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they must have had some idea. Maybe they tested it on animals first. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if it's making the animals docile and whatever and compliant, maybe it'll work with people.
Well, I mean, what data were they looking for? You can't really test people's tooth enamel after 5 years, but you can test their behavior.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And
so,
again, like I said earlier, you just look at how society is rife with people with mental health problems these days. So we've spoken about the degeneration of people over the decades anyway, but perhaps fluoride has something to do with it as well. You're just never sure. And all the other filth that's in the atmosphere and food.
Well,
and
I mean, it's they're basically yet another large-scale social experiment, basically.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the health. I mean, just a few years ago, the FDA was like patting themselves on the back, saying that fluoride in the water is one of the greatest things that they've ever done for the cause of humanity.
Right.
And of course, they were coming out with this the moment the RFK was like, we need to check into this fluoride thing.
That's the thing, isn't it? When you've got these big institutions saying, "Hey guys, this is good."
Yeah.
maybe it isn't, or at least not as good as they say it is.
Well, if anything, this show has kind of demonstrated over all our different topics is that anytime
Certainly opens the eyes, didn't it?
yeah, it really does. It really does. I mean, especially if you've got a certain group of people who were supposed to be counterculture at one point, and now they're just like, oh, government.
It's
And then,
funny that it started with the comedians. I think it started with the comedians. They used to rip the piss out of the government. Now they're up the government's ass.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess they're not as counterculture as they would have you believe. But anyway, so I'm gonna say that to me, I don't think this is confirmed, but I do think that it is pretty solidly in the middle for me. So
yeah, I will go with middle as well.
okay.
Edging somewhat towards confirmed, if I was to be brutally honest, but yeah. Where are you at?
I just voted for him.
Oh,
basically.
I see. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
That's way to start going on a tirade of take the piss out of Wookiee, which we haven't done yet.
Right. So okay, so you're in the middle too, and so since we only have like 2 of us here, if anybody's in the chat, just the numbers aren't showing eyeballs. So if anybody's in the chat, go ahead and vote now. Forever hold your peace. 1 is debunked. Put a 1 in the chat. 2 is confirmed. Put a 2 in the chat. 3 is in the middle. Put a 3 in the chat, and you can vote. We'll give you just a minute to do so.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anybody else out there but us.
No,
So.
I suppose not. A quiet kind of night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very quiet night. I think John brings a lot more people to the ball game than me and Wookiee's channel. Wookiee hasn't uploaded in like months and months, so
no, not so frequently. No.
Over there. Yeah, I'm currently being suppressed. So it is what it is.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
There you go. I've been kind of like paying some money to get promotion to get around it, but my channel's currently being suppressed pretty badly, so it is what it is. So.
Right.
All right. So okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the poll.
Yeah.
Right there. And stop it. Okay. So. The poll, we're going to be in the middle tonight, which means we play this. Okay. So in conclusion, the fact that mind control was being like explored at the same moment that they suddenly decided that a substance that the Germans were using to make people docile was something that we needed to put in our whole entire water supply.
It's just a coincidence, oh boy, just a coincidence.
I do think that I do think that. Now, John would probably, if John was here, John would probably have a problem. Say there's not enough evidence, but
right,
John, you pretty much has to walk up and kiss him on the lips before he will believe it has enough evidence. Oh,
wait a minute.
Wiki does exist. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Whatever. He's got to tear down some drywall, I guess.
Well, like I said before I came on, it's hammering the crap out of some things is sometimes more fun than actually building stuff,
I guess so. I guess so.
I got to give Wookiee credit for that, hitting things with hard objects.
All I did was spend all day making a thumbnail, setting up a a opening crawl, doing the research and don't putting more content on his channel than he does.
Well,
So,
I was going to cut the grass today, but it rained. So it's
Yeah.
rained overnight. It's been raining. So it's just like, oh, well, that's not happening.
Well, I mean, I guess, some people just can't take an hour out of their time to show up for a show and then go right back to what they're doing, evidently.
Yeah. I mean, we're totally not looking at anyone in particular, of course.
Nobody in particular. Nobody. Anyway. So, it is what it is. Paint, laying, flooring, etc., etc. And so, okay. I guess he had a time constraint or something. I don't know. Every time I've done some kind of activity, I've been able to take an hour off. But,
well,
that's just me. That's just me.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, some people can't pause once they start something. They've got to...
That's also
do it the
true.
whole entire
That's
time.
also true. You just have to keep going sometimes.
Evidently, he can take time off to eat, though. Have you noticed
Sometimes on stream,
on stream,
he eats
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes
yes,
on stream.
yes.
Right.
You will regret not showing up tonight, Wookie. We are going to take some piss.
We're required to. It's show policy. It's show
law.
So, anyway, Anyway, John's not here either, so evidently John had better things to do.
Well,
so maybe trim his big bushy beard or something, whatever. So you do know what I have to say about all that, right?
Who gives a shit?
that never gets old.
Never gets old. So, alrighty. So next week, I thought we might tackle an oldie but a goodie. How about we go after the moon landing?
Wow. No one has ever talked about that one before.
Nobody in YouTube.
That's a very interesting subject.
YouTube suppresses the hell out of anybody who tries, but we're going to do it next week. I'm sorry, week after next. I'm sorry. We have to get a Wookiee time. We have to put our Wookiee time limit in there because they couldn't do it every week. And so evidently they can't do it any week. So we've done 2 shows now without.
We all know that the moon landing was fake because James Bond was in the studio when it was shot and stole the moon buggy.
There you go. So anyway, if Wookiee's not like blocking us on all of social media, for,
I know,
raking him
We're
over
so
the coals.
mean.
Anyway, that's what happens when you don't show up. That's what happens when you don't show up. Take your licks. Anyway, John 2. It is what it is. All right, gentlemen. I'm sorry, gentleman. So a week after next, we are going to talk about the moon landing.
Excellent.
Okay. I might take a different turn.
I believe I've heard of it.
Okay. I think I'm going to probably go maybe with the angle that Stanley Kubrick direct the moon landing.
Ooh, okay.
So there's a theory, big theory out there that Stanley Kubrick.
I didn't know about that one. Yeah.
Spent the rest of his career seeding like little hints in his movies that he was directed the moon landing.
I haven't really seen a hell of a lot of his films, to be brutally honest. I kind of checked out a 2001 Space Odyssey. I got kind of bored before anything really happened. So, yeah.
Well, the thing about it is a lot of people think that that was him like showing some of the effects that he used to fake the moon landing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen a Clockwork Orange. He did that as well, didn't he?
Yeah. He did that one.
I've not seen it.
Well, it's a tough watch. It's a tough watch. So Just warning up ahead, or warning in advance. Anyway, thank you all for. I'm sorry. Thank you,
All of me.
Cruel, for coming, and the two people who are evidently watching on the stream.
Yes, we thank you.
We thank you guys, both of you, for showing up. That makes 4. A good round number. Anyway, we will talk to you all week after next. And so maybe we're skipping these weeks, so gives Wookie a better chance of showing up. And he's not showing up anyway, so maybe we'll go back to a weekly format. I don't know. Because evidently he's not going to be here anyway. So it is. We're accommodating somebody who's not accommodating right back. So we'll see. Anyway, neither here nor there. But thank you all for coming. We will see you week after next.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.